Hey guys, it is July 17th, approximately 9:24 at night. What a crazy. Did I mention crazy week? Okay, so yeah. I did wind up joining Planet Fitness and I haven't gone yet, but I joined. Um Mostly because this week I pretty much was getting ready for the swap meeting. And today is was the second to the last day. It it was easier than I thought. I saw people that asked how I was and put the lovely mask on, like, "Oh, I'm fine, I'm doing good, I'm doing good." What a crock of shit, to say the least. But you gotta put that mask on sometimes because you don't want to see other people like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." Please. I know you're sorry for what happened, but you didn't do anything. It is what it is. She's she's my heavenly angel. She's my guardian angel. One I created, one Sean created. So, I mean, it's been a crazy week, but I did see people that were pregnant, people with little girls and stuff like that, which hurt, but at the same point in time, I wasn't so much angry this time, which I guess is a good step in the right direction. I mean, if you hear that sound in the background, it's the rain. I mean, I'm sitting in my car like I always do. Well, if I'm not sitting on the couch, but that's only if Sean's not home. Um, so it, this weekend was pretty cool. I mean, I saw Tanya. We talked for a while about Marigold, and it was good to have someone to talk to about it. It really was. And I mean, it's great talking to you guys about it, but it's nice to talk to somebody an actual person. You know what I mean? I mean, I talked to my mom a little bit here and there. I talked to Sean a little bit here and there, but I actually talked about it so that it gave a lot of sense of like weight off my shoulders and stuff like that. It's weird because like I miss her. I really miss her. But like I said before, when I would always question why me, and then I'm thinking, why not me? And I talked to this lady at the swap meet, and she went through the same thing. And it's amazing how, like, when you talk about it, it's more common than you think. Not that I like to say that it's common, but it is. And this poor lady had 5 pregnancies and only one survived. And here I'm grieving over one. And in a way, I kind of felt guilty and selfish that here she had 5 pregnancies and one survived, and here I had one and she didn't survive. But I just keep praying that maybe one day I'll be pregnant and have that healthy one. But even if I don't, I will always have that one special angel, my marigold, my beautiful flower, my someone who was a part of me and Sean. But it's tough. But it makes me smile. Like, I created my guardian angel. How many people can say that? I mean, and then it comes time when I see other people constantly, like, in these support groups that we shouldn't have to belong to. We should have to be able to have these groups where celebrating the birth of our babies. We shouldn't be having these support groups to grieve over our child's deaths, whether you're 5 months along, 4 months along, 6 days along, 6 weeks along, or 6 years. You have the child for 6 years, you have the child for 16 years, you have the child for 36 years. It's crazy. But God knows what He's doing. That's the amazing part. Like, we're not supposed to bury our children. Our children are supposed to bury us. How is this fair? But it's what makes the world go round, I guess? I don't know. But it is what it is, as they say. I like to know who these they are who say that, but just like the same they who say time heals all wounds? Maybe. But on whose time? I know whose time. God's time. I mean, I've been pretty good about getting back to, like, my sugar and stuff, like, keeping that under control. Even being at the swap meet and everything. Sorry, guys, my eyes are so dry today. I mean, I had ice cream, which it was sugar-free raspberry, so it was good, I think. Or maybe psychologically it was good. I don't know. But I met someone the other day at the swap meet where she was doing October with a little boy, and instead of, like, bottling up and not really saying anything, I congratulated her. And then I said a silent prayer for her. Like, that her baby would be okay. Because no woman, I wouldn't even say no woman, but no parent should ever have to go through the grieving process of losing a child. But it's all in God's plan. Whether we like that plan or not, it's in His plan. Because God needs angels of all ages to help complete heaven. And with their tiny little footsteps, walking through the gates of heaven. So when we get to heaven, we can follow those tiny little footsteps. And then when we follow those tiny little footsteps, they'll lead us right to our children. And that's what I have to believe, that when I get to heaven, I'll see Marigold's little footsteps. I'll finally get to see what she became, even though I know what she became. She became an angel. But I'll get there one day to see her. Sure as hell I did something right to see her again. Even if it is for weekend visits. I'll pay the child support in the meantime. But yeah, we lost our children. But so did God. He lost His one and only Son for such a senseless thing, because they didn't think He was the Son of God. He was crucified. And I know some of you out there have children that were murdered, and I can't even begin to fathom that. I can't even say I understand, because I'll never understand murder. I mean, some parents lose their children to overdosing. Some children lose it to a car accident. Some lose them to cancer. Some lose them to some other disease. Some lose them to miscarriage. Some lose them like I lost Marigold as a stillbirth. But no matter what or how they died, all our children are angels. And they're all in God's hands. They're all in His playground. They're all enjoy one another. And because if you think about it, like even when we pass away, we become angels, and then we get to see our children again, no matter what happened to them. Just like God saw His Son. And because of His Son, we know we will be okay. As crazy as this world has become, it will be okay. We will be okay. Whether it takes us a lifetime, or if it takes us a couple of years, a couple of moments, who knows? We will be okay. I mean, like I said, this weekend I actually had a very awakening weekend, more than a grieving weekend. It came to the realization, like, I'm not the only one. I mean, I know I'm not the only one, but talking to somebody who had the same thing happen, and you realize we are the strong ones. We are the chosen ones. And it's weird to say that, oh, we are chosen to lose our child. It sounds harsh, but just stop and think about it at the same time. We are chosen. We are chosen to be mothers of angels. It's a tough pill to swallow. I mean, and plus, trust me, I swallow a lot of pills because of all my meds I'm on. But it's a tough reality for us, but we are strong, we are chosen, we are blessed. And I bless every single one of you parents out there that are dealing with the death of a child. No matter how or when they passed. But we will get through this. We will see our children again. We will see God, and all will happen when we get to heaven will be those tiny little hands taking us by the hand with their tiny little feet and our feet to lead us to the promised land. And that'll be such a glorious, glorious day. Hallelujah. When we see our children again. I cannot wait until that day when I get to meet my daughter and see what a beautiful person she's become. She has changed my life in so many ways. She has become such an inspiration, and I don't even think she even knows. She's changed my life. She really has. And in a strange, odd way, I know I'll see the child I aborted when I was 21, 22 years old. I don't know, but however, I think I was 22. Whenever 2008 was, and subtract that from 2021, however old I was then, I don't know, 21 or 22, something like that. But I know I'll see that child again, and who knows, maybe Marigold's playing with him, her, whatever that child was. I know they'll be playing with my doggy babies up there. They're playing with all our family members we have lost. They're playing with all the other children out there. Whether young, old, middle-aged, doesn't matter how old a child is when they die. When they're your child, they're still your child. They're part of you. You created it. So whether your child, like I said, was a stillbirth, miscarriage, or 50 years old, they're still our children. And we will always love them. They will always hold a place in our heart. As crazy as it may sound, but we will be okay. Don't know when. I can't give you a time frame. But it does get easier. Not always. There'll still be times it gets rough. There'll be times it gets hard. And there's times it'll be infuriating. But we will be okay. We just gotta pray. It was hard talking about it a couple times this weekend, but it wasn't that hard. Because God spoke with me this weekend. He said, you will be okay. I got Marigold. She's in good hands. And I'm like, yeah, she is in good hands. If God can be okay after losing his only son through a horrible, horrible, terrible death, and he's okay and he still helps us, then can I be okay? For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. So we gotta understand that, hey, he's got this. Like the song said, he's got the whole world in his hands. We will be okay. It's not going to be easy. It's definitely not going to be simple. But we got to pray that it will be okay. And we will see our children again. Alright, guys. Well, I have no idea when the next video is because it's been so sporadic. But I will get back to you guys probably within the next couple of days or so. And hopefully this rain will stop. But the only thing that comes out of a rain is a beautiful rainbow. But I don't think so much at 9:45 at night. But maybe in the morning I'll see my rainbow. And as you all know, Marigold's sign, and every time I know she's here is when I see a rainbow. So that will be fun tomorrow morning when I see one. If I see one, I'm pretty sure I will. Not worried about it. But even if I don't see a rainbow, I know she's with me. Alright, guys. Have a great night. Alright? We will be okay. Love you guys. Peace.